I I've got a homie in Hong Kong that does jewelry, and I sent him one of my APs to get bust down. I hope I get it back by the 29th. If I can get it back by the 29th, I'm gonna rock it in Saigon. It was not cheap to get that bitch bust down, but it'll look good. Well, I just saw the Gucci necklace I was telling you about, the Gucci necklace, earrings, and bracelet just got delivered today to the factory, so I gotta go pick it up tomorrow. I should have just delivered it to my house, but I deliver it to the factory because the security guard picks it up. Sometimes you never know where the fuck shit gets delivered, so. Or sometimes they'll just leave it outside my gate, and I'm like, nah, we'll just deliver it to the factory. So yeah, it's I'm going to change the dial. Is going to be the Arabic dial, but it'll be the Arabic numbers with like a pave, like just small, like 1 millimeter moissanite diamonds, and then the whole thing will be bust down, bezel, bracelet, everything. So I just shipped it out yesterday. That's why. That's why. I mean, it's an aftermarket Arabic dial, but it's fine. I mean, the watch is genuine, but you know, to get a genuine Arabic dial on the Royal Oak, you have to go to like Saudi Arabia, like to get the genuine, like from factory. So there's no fucking way. I got you. I got you. And once you put on a little bit of weight, like you say, come on, come on, come on. But I hope, I don't know. It's supposed to get there tomorrow, and then they'll start drilling. It's a long process though, and like a lot of the other, a lot of all other, you know, bust down factories that do it, they'll drill, but then they'll glue, and I don't want mine glued. I want mine like they call it hand inlaid. So I have him hand inlaying mine. That's why it's taking so long. But to hand inlay means you need VVS moissanite diamonds. So it's a little bit more expensive, but the VVS it's harder. You know, the moissanite is harder, so it's less likely to get cracked. I mean, it's moissanite's just as strong as like diamonds. It's like the scale, the MOHH scale, like diamonds at 10 and moissanite is at like 9.6. So it's highly likely to never really break. But the process of them hand inlaying it, they use like this. Yeah. Well, so if you go 2 millimeter stones and above, you'll get that really bright rainbow fire sparkle that you usually will see, and that's kind of a dead giveaway when you see people with bust down watches that it sparkles like fire and rainbows. It's usually moissanite, but usually the bigger moissanite ones are the ones that will give you that really like bright rainbow sparkle. I don't want that. You know, I want mine to look more like actual diamonds. So I'm only using like, there will be no stone that's bigger than like 1.2 millimeters. So I'll show you an example afterwards. But so it's gonna sparkle more like a natural diamond, and at certain angles you'll see like that rainbow and that fire sparkle. So, because I mean, I don't, you know, everybody who's got bust downs in America, even like celebrities and shit, they always have like those bigger stones right on the bezel. You know, those are probably like 3 millimeter, 4 millimeter stones, and those are the ones that you see in music videos, and you know, you see people at the basketball games and shit, and they're really, really fucking shiny, and they really sparkle like rainbows. Those are the bigger stones. So I don't know. I don't prefer that look. It looks cheap, in my opinion. You know, because let's be real, like just like why I mean the biggest earrings I'll rock is like 1 millimeter. You know, like all of my earrings that I have are either 1 millimeter, 1 millimeter, 1 carat, 1 carat each ear, and that will be like I have lab grown diamonds and then I have moissanite diamonds as well. But I don't know. I think you go any bigger than that, it gets kind of you start to look like you're trying too hard, you know. But that's just me. But I prefer, yeah. I'll show you a picture afterwards. There's hair and my fucking. I think I have a picture now. But he's yeah, he's a homie of mine who I used to do some not so legal stuff with. And his family has a shop in Hong Kong, and they produce everything actually. But the nice thing is, I mean, there's pros and cons to it. Like I'm giving him a royal oak, like a genuine, authentic royal oak, and I mean, despite it being steel, like that's the thing is, you know, when you go to these fucking super exotic luxury watches, you're paying so much, and it's like a steel case. Like maybe my Nautilus, my Patek, that I have one that's white gold, and then the moon phase is steel case. But that's the thing, like the moon phase steel case Patek is like 100+ grand. Stainless steel case, 904L, which is it's the industry standard. That's what Rolex uses. And then the 5711, the normal Nautilus, that's white gold, and that bitch is like 120. You know. Yes, Nathan. But yeah, people. I mean, I have like 4 Royal Oaks, so I gave them my oldest one. That one had a blue face, and it was just a normal blue face Royal Oak. So that's probably my oldest one. I got that one like in 2018. But that one I'm okay because when they, and that's the thing, like you don't really bust down gold, like the precious metal watches, you don't bust down those because they drill into the watch and you lose gold, you know, like the white gold or the rose gold or the yellow gold, because they're drilling into it, you lose the value of the watch. So when you bust down a precious metal watch, you really devalue it. So that's why, you know, I was talking to him and he was like explaining all of this to me. I was like, okay, that makes a lot of sense. So he was like, use, you know, I have another two-tone that I was considering giving him, but that one is rose gold, white gold. And he was like, nah, like just give me one of your plain steel faces that you don't mind changing out the dial. So he'll give me back the dial, and then he'll have the bust down pave, like you see in that picture, just like that. So I'll have the blue dial at home, and then everything else will look pretty much similar to what you're seeing right there. Ballin'! I'm gonna be iced the fuck out at the end of the month. I hope I get it back. I hope I get it back by the 29th. I hope so. He said it takes like a week and a half, and then they do like another couple days to polish, and then just to like, you know, quality control shit. So, but we'll see. I already got the Gucci bust downs. I got the earrings that came in. Yeah, fuck it. We're gonna go out. Fuck. Saigon. Don't worry, you got it, girl. You'll get it. You'll get it all. Everybody will get the bust downs, everything. Just figure this shit out. Hurry up. In the worst case, just go fucking buy a clone. I got Hong Kong peoples that can, if you guys want super clones, like nobody can fucking tell type. I mean, it's still gonna cost you like a G, but you know, you can get, you could probably get like a normal. I mean, if you go with a super clone, I wouldn't buy anything crazy. I would legit get like a normal ass blue face or a white face Royal Oak. I wouldn't get a clone Patek. You can tell, like the clone Pateks are a little bit thicker. That's a dead giveaway. So 630 is open right here. We're pushing. I moved my uptrend line to match yesterday's low, and that's kind of where we're at right now. Uptrend line level 500 moving average, possibly P gold zone right there. So one thing to take a look at is yesterday, right? So I jumped off when price hit P gold zone, and look, it went a little bit more, and then it bounced up out of nowhere. So seeing that it bounced up out of nowhere is kind of, it's scary, right? And that's why I say, like, I'm done after that specific time that I've made my profits. I'm done. But even if you waited, like, I don't know if anybody stayed on the charts longer than that, if you look at price relative to perp, right? Really, the only candle that truly broke above perp was 845 or 850 and then 855. So if you were to wait, like I tell you guys, you know, if price is above perp, I'll believe in it going up. If price is underneath perp, I don't really want to take a buy until price breaks up and above. So you can see price ranged here from about 8 o'clock to like 9 o'clock on P gold zone, and then we got the push up above perp. So that's where I would have been looking in for an entry, and then it went straight up to the same downtrend line. So like, this shit's not coincidence, guys. Straight up to that downtrend line, and then it rejected and coming down. So today we're outside of it, which is funky. We just got some rejection there to P gold zone in the 500. Are we overbought, oversold? We are heading down. We're on top of the 200 right now. Let's just see what we do here to P gold zone. I'll show you the one that you're probably thinking about that has like, that sparkles a lot, because he can do that too, but it just, I don't know, it looks sloppy to me. Even he was asking me, he was like, why do you want to bust down one of your Royal Oaks? He was like, that's just kind of like ghetto fabulous. I was like, yeah, but I don't have any bust down watches. At this point, my whole watch collection is pretty set. I don't think I'll buy anything else, hopefully, in a long time. But I always just wanted, I never had a bust down before. And he was telling me to bust down the steel Patek, but I was like, fuck that. That's big volume. That's a lot of volume pushing through P. I am not in it. I am just waiting. Like, there's no reason. Yeah. There's no, and okay, so here's the thing, right? Price pushed out of the downtrend channel. So if that is just like a fake out, like Ruben brought it up yesterday, right? These fake outs that happen. If this whole move during Asia and London outside of this downtrend was a fake out, price is likely to push back into the downtrend, similar to what we're doing right now. So two sides of the coin every single time. But we got a minute left. We'll see what we do here. That's a big candle as well. That's over 1,000 pip candle right there. It's roughly 1,400 pips already. But here's the thing, if this is the high of the day, right? So this is how we got to plan it out, right? Strategically. If the high of the day is up over here, I measure to the low, which is where we're at right now. We've moved about 3,000 pips. So for us to move another 1,000 or so pips, I would believe that. You know, like if P heads down to S1, So that's 3,000 pips right here. Down to S1 would make it about 4,300 pips for the day. That's pretty average. So I could see that happening. I could see the push down happening. This is the third Liddy candle to go red, as we were overbought earlier. Yeah, we were overbought at about 615. I don't really want to enter in on a wick like that off of a big candle. Remember, you know, use your best judgment. You know, like if you have to risk 1,000 pips, and it's not like clear that we're breaking through the gold zone, you have free will to not enter. You know, I've not entered. I'm gonna wait. I'd rather wait to see how price truly responds to this area. And also, I'm okay with missing it, right? Like, I'm okay if price decides to just drop and I'm not in it. I'm all right with that. I'm up for the week, I'm up for the month, I'm up for last month. Like, it's okay. I'd rather get into something that just makes me 100% confident. And everybody gets to that point where they feel that gut feeling. Yeah, because for me to sell off, that means I'd have to believe that we're making the push down and staying in the downtrend. The hard part is if we look left, what do you guys see to the left? Tell me, what do we have to break? The low. Exactly. The low of today is right here where we're at. That level that we supported off of right there at 630 is the low of the day. We are looking like we're getting some pressure here. Let's see what it wants to do. Let's see what it wants to do. Look like it was some volume. Now it's nothing. 2.5 minutes left. Do we have news today? My FX book. A bunch of yellow folder news. That's kind of about it. Fed Cook has a speech in 4 hours. Dee da dee da do do da da dee da da dee da do. Da da dee da dee da dee da dee da dee da do. One big row full of bad bitches. I'm pretty stuck here. Still looking like we're getting this sell-off volume. Got a minute left. If we can break the low, there's about 1,500 pips down to S1. There's about 800 pips down to previous day P gold zone. Looking like some volume. Is it going to break? Is it going to break? Upside down hammer. Are we oversold yet? We're pretty oversold. Ooh, gee wally wally, ooh, gee bang bang, ooh, gee wally wally. You really. What are we gonna do? I took $3.25 from that. I want to believe in this push down, but I don't want to take it before we break the low. $3.25 on two accounts. That's a whopping $7. Fuck yeah. Ruben, we're getting those Lambos. And I only don't trust it. I mean, even if we drop, we're oversold. So I don't want to sell off when we're oversold, unless there's like big volume. I mean, we might get it. It's looking like it wants to. I'm alright with playing it safe. I've been burned too many times by hoping that we break through lows and highs that I don't want to chance shit like this, you know. That's what it is though. It's that low. I can't, you know, I was in it at 630, one contract, but when we started to like pause right there on that level, I exited. $3.25. $3.25. You know, it went oversold. We're at the low. You know, I'll jump in again if I see it break the low. If not, I'm happy with $7. Who's coming in casually late? So we got rejection to P gold zone. 2 wicks to the top. So 2 wicks to the top. Yeah, it's too early to tell. Pretty big bullish buying power here. Chris, do you guys eat sushi? There's a new omakase place that opened up. Oh, all right. Does your homegirl, does she eat sushi? I gotta. Okay. I might take us over there. They just opened up, and well, actually, they've been open for like a couple months, but another friend of mine just went there and she said it's really good, so that'd be a good place to go and act bougie. We'll probably be hungry afterwards, but but omakase is bougie. Chris is coming to Vietnam, guys, so I'm gonna go take her out for dinner and out on the town, and nobody else is invited because nobody else wants to come to Vietnam to visit me. Rager. This fucking rage. Everybody else is a bunch of lamos. Bunch of lamos. We got price rejecting the downtrend line and the gold zone again. I thought we were doing an event there with me. Yeah. Yeah, but that's to Da Nang, not Ho Chi Minh City. Actually, I'm flying there. Well, I'm flying there at the end of the month. Actually, after I see Christina, then I'm gonna go to Da Nang. And actually, we're supposed to be going to that property to break the grounds here shortly. So I will keep you updated. It's getting busy. Like Da Nang is becoming fucking Miami. It's crazy, and the land that we have right there, it's already like a homestay, but it's kind of ghetto as fuck. It's fucking ghetto as fuck. So we plan to. It's super ghetto. I think the main people who use it are like they treat it like a love hotel type of thing, you know, like. So we're trying to get away from that vibe, which is why we're just gonna knock it down and make something else. I mean, nothing wrong. It's good money, and people only stay there for a couple hours. But yeah, we're gonna we're gonna transition. We're gonna transition into a luxe hospitality. But we hope to build. Not anymore, bro. You gotta come back. You gotta come back. Or you know what? You gotta go with somebody that knows. And I know. Cause there's, I mean, along the beach in Da Nang, it's been upgraded. Like if you haven't been here in like even the last 6 months to a year, it's yeah, they have been doing a lot. Even I'm surprised. You know why? Because there's a lot of Koreans. So a lot of every day to Da Nang from Korea, there's a minimum of like 22 direct flights that come in from Korea. Like Koreans fucking everywhere. But yeah, it's pretty good. I don't know. I enjoy the nightlife in Da Nang. I enjoy the nightlife in Da Nang because it does remind me of like being in Miami. But once again, yeah, you gotta know the places to go, and you gotta go with people that know like the host and things. If not, yeah, you don't enjoy yourself as much. Because if you go to the places that are like tourist places, like anywhere alongside the river, like by the Dragon Bridge and shit like that, yeah, that shit's pretty lame. That shit's pretty lame. But like New Phong Dong, that's they're very famous, very famous. Veteran restaurant Korean barbecue was the best I've ever had. Oh, I've not tried that. I think you told me about that spot too, actually. Maybe when I go back. I gotta be there for September, at the beginning of September for a homegirl's birthday party. So I'll be there for like a week. I'll have to look that up. But yeah, I've actually had more fun in Da Nang than I have in Ho Chi Minh City. I'm not saying I haven't had a lot of fun in Ho Chi Minh City, but I don't know. I think the smaller town feel I like better when getting fucked up, you know? When I'm in Ho Chi Minh City, I feel like I'm getting fucked up in like New York or something. And sometimes that shit puts me on edge, even though I'm getting picked up and dropped off everywhere. But still, sometimes it feels a little bit grimy. But Da Nang, yeah, Da Nang still has that small town feel. But Newfoundland, where else do I like to go? There's a couple places too. There's a couple jazz places that plays the music. So we got price rejecting P Gold Zone. Looking like we want to get some volume to the downside here. And then believe it or not, I like. I mean, Hanoi tops the list though for nightlife. I have a couple homegirls that have clubs over there, and yeah, they're a little bit more crazier over there. Everybody be inhaling them balloons, all the nitrous balloons, but they're kind of they are they're locking in on stopping people from fucking doing that. So we got some big volume here. I do not know where that's coming from, but let's see if we stay strong. I never really liked it though. I have friends who roll a lot and they love the fucking nitrous. I just never got into it. Although I don't know, my body, like I could just pop one pill, like usually like just straight MDMA or something, and then I'll be good for like a week. That's the fucked up part about me. I'm good for like a week. I'm like, oh, that's fine. What are we doing? What are we doing? It's straight party. And then I got friends like dropping like fucking 6 pills in a night, and I'm like, how the fuck is your brain still attached? Like, how do you not have holes in your fucking brain? Yeah. uh, but I don't. Yeah, in Vietnam, good luck. Good luck getting pills and shit. Good luck even getting weed over here. But I got people in Malaysia and Kuala Lumpur who I usually pick up from, but they'll bring it through Thailand and Cambodia first, and then they'll just get it through the border. So we got price wicking pretty hard to the bottom there. Huge wick to the bottom. We may not want to go down. Tricky spot right here. Tricky spot being at the downtrend. Right, and this is a good example of why we wait for the candle to close before we enter. That was full on bullish, bearish, and now that turned into a big ass wick to the bottom. So let's see, we're oversold, big wick to the bottom. Yeah, maybe we don't want to go down. Let these candles speak to us. A minute 15 left. That's massive, right? I mean, it's speaking to us though. That's a nice thing. It is speaking to us. That's one of the most easiest looking rejection candle. .30 seconds left. Pretty fat hammer. That's massive. So the only thing here is, right, looking to the top side, we have perp and we have the 500 that could possibly play resistance. So this is something that will have to be managed. Because as much as price could possibly go up from here, it could still just reject the 500 and the perp. So we're getting a little bit of rejection right here. A lot of movement. And take this into consideration, right? Like, take a screenshot, take a mental shot. You can see all of the indicators that are kind of contradicting itself, right? Like, there's P gold zone to the bottom. We were just oversold. But we also have 500 moving average on top, and we have the perp line on top. So there's a lot of, we're kind of bouncing in between all of this, which means wherever we break out from here is probably where we're going to go. But we just have to survive this part of it. Yep. We're stuck in a range, everybody. We are stuck in a range. It's really the downtrend line. I think we're trying to figure out if we want to get back down into the downtrend channel. Or if we're trying to stay outside of it. Pull up to the scene with my cellar missing. Pull up to the scene with my cellar missing. Big rejection. Make up your mind. Ready, jet, set, go. It's a pretty big rejection there. What do you want to do, chart? Back on that level. Supporting back up here. Really stuck in a range. Liddy candles are not helping us right now. Cross lines are not doing much. Yeah, we just gotta wait this out. Bouncing back up again. Don't be killing your account right now, right? Let this shit happen. Let it bounce around. Let it figure out what it wants to do. It'll break out. Be patient. The hardest part is being patient sometimes. Aloha. I got some rejection there all of a sudden. Are you making up your mind? Are you making up your mind? Oh man, what the fuck's going on? Is Trump talking? Is Trump talking today? What the fuck? Let's ask ChatGPT. Hello? Are you there? Hello? Are you there? Le Chat GPT, are you there? Hello? Are you there, dear? Hello?
Hello, how can I help you today?
Is President Trump speaking right now?
As of now, President Trump is not speaking. However, he is scheduled to make a significant announcement from the Oval Office at 2 a.m. Eastern Time tomorrow, August 7th, 2025.
Thanks, baby girl.
You're welcome. If you had any other questions or just want to chat, feel free to let me know.
Was he up on the White House roof yesterday?
I don't have any information about him being on the White House roof yesterday. If there's something specific you heard or saw, I can try to look it up for you.
Nathan, where are you getting your information from? I think you're getting false information. The Chinese! That's why. You're getting your information from the Chinese. What are you trying to do? Play both sides? Make up your mind, man. Either you're with us or you're against us. Team China? Oh, good luck. Good luck. Although they do have good electric cars. BYD. BYD electric cars are amazing. So we're getting rejection here again. I have to pay USA taxes right now. Is that a hotel? No, this is my front living room. This is my house. This is like the front, like a small, tiny portion of my house. It's cheap here. Like I can't even like flex. Like I mean, yes, it's nice, but it's cheap here. Like I mean, it's cheap because I make US dollar and I live here. You know what I mean? My house back in America in Portland, it's just I have a normal ass 4 bedroom, 2.5 bath house in Portland, so nothing crazy. This house here is yeah, my Portland house is just fucking normal as shit, you know. I'll probably never buy something nice in Portland either, cause I don't think it's necessary, you know. There's a lot of things that I spend unnecessary amounts of money on, but it has to make sense, you know. And a house, any house that's better than my house in Portland doesn't make sense, you know. And I considered moving to Tigard and buying a house over there and living over there, but then nothing I like is over there in Tigard. So like living there in Southeast, I kind of like there, you know, despite people like not liking that area. I don't know. I live in a nice little pocket, so I'm kind of all right with that area. So we got price bouncing up again. If we can break perp here, I might believe in price going up, but that's really what I'm waiting for. Yeah, because my house in Portland is nothing special. Yeah, it's just I have a normal ass old house, you know? I've got tile counters. I don't have nice granite tops or anything. I just have old tile counters. My I fry a lot of shit, which is why the vent on the microwave looks like ass. I could just clean it or replace it, but I don't because I'm fucking Asian as fuck and I cook a lot. So I just let that bitch really get real crusty, and then that adds to the flavor of the cooking, you know, the aroma. And when you eat, you know, I don't know, Nathan. You might be a little bit too white to understand what I'm talking about. But I have high ceilings. I have high ceilings in that house. I have vaulted ceilings in the living room, so the house feels good on the inside, you know. When like you're chilling, Isaiah's been in my house. He can attest to it. It's like, you know, having the vaulted ceilings really makes any house feel pretty grand. So yeah, but it's nothing special. I mean, it's a pretty small house actually. Little backyard, 2-car garage, front yard. That's about it. Yeah, it's perfect. I mean, for that area, that's perfect. You know, there actually is a mansion. So like 2 blocks down the road from my house, there's this fat mansion. I don't know who the fuck lives there, but it's massive. I wouldn't be surprised if I don't know, maybe a trailblazer lives over there or something, but it's huge. I looked at it and it was like $6 million. I was like, oh, yeah, no, thank you. See, even that doesn't make sense, because even when I was living in that, you know, in that house, like now that I'm living in that Portland house, like I have like two empty bedrooms. You know, one is my office, and the other, like my other 2 homies are living there now. So it really, yeah, it doesn't make sense because I travel so much. And then yeah, the house over here, this house over here. Have you not seen me post the exterior, Irfan? Like the little pond and all that type of stuff. It's actually, yeah, it's really nice over here. I'll take tomorrow I'll take some pictures then. But it's cheap. Like I mean, it's relatively cheap here to build. So like you end up splurging for shit like this circle chandelier thing I have in here, and yeah, it's all just for looks. But I think the whole house probably costed like 400 or 500 grand. Yeah, that's. I mean, well, I mean it. I don't mean like the quality is cheap. It's good quality, but that's just here in Vietnam. Good quality is cheap relative to the rest of the world. You know, because I mean, I have everything in here is high quality, but it's just cheaper because it's Vietnam. Mostly because the labor. Labor is hella cheap. You know, like I just before I came back, I redid my bathroom and I told them to make it sexy. I'll take some pictures later. But it's pretty fucking sexy. It's like black granite, and then there's like two or three different light sources, and you can change the temperature of the light, you know, so it feels sexy when you want it to be sexy. I don't know why I decided to go that route, but I was, you know, when I was in when I was in London this past time, I stayed at the Bulgaria Hotel. Bulgaria has a hotel over there, and their bathroom was sexy as fuck. Like I went in there, and it's almost like they soundproof the shower, and then there's just one waterfall head, shower head thingy, and then the lighting just makes you look sexy as fuck, and it's just me in there, you know, it's just me. But like I'm looking at my own body as I'm taking a shower, and I'm like, this bitch feels sexy as fuck, you know. So ever since I stayed at the hotel, and I stayed at like Bulgaria has a hotel in Japan too, and I stayed at that one. And it's the same thing. It's a very sexy ass shower. And I was like, how? Who thinks of this? Yeah, and I was like, can you guys do this? And they were like, yep. Yeah, so all that shit is yeah cheap here, cheap as shit. So we got price up here at the perp and the 500. We're still We're still rejecting it though. Tough day, guys. So if we look at, sorry, there's something stuck in my teeth. If we look at, fuck, what is that stuck in my teeth? If we look, who can tell me what we're bouncing in between? It's three letters. Yep, level. So all of those, yes. But if we just look at levels, right? I always try to look at the levels because they're exactly 1,000 pips, and a lot of times it does bounce in between. So you look at it, right? From the 630 candle that went straight down to that bottom level, and now we're here at the top level. So we've only been ranging in between 1,000 pips. So I'm gonna assume wherever we break out, we'll probably end up breaking out pretty solid. But we are rejecting perp. And this is what I mean, right? When price is underneath perp, the likelihood of us staying in like a downtrend is pretty high. And I don't like to take entries against, right? Like I don't like to take buys as we're underneath perp. It's not until price breaks above perp that I'm like, that's confirming everything. But what I'll look at here is just watching price. Oh man, yeah, that's volume. That's volume. "35 seconds. If we're respecting this downtrend structure, off of perp. We got 18 seconds left, but we're supporting. Ugh, what an ugly fucking day. I've only taken that one entry at 6:30 and I haven't taken anything else. This is pretty poopy. So that broke pretty hard underneath, but we're still in between. A perfect rejection off perp level 500. Now we're getting some selling volume. 3 minutes. Let's see if we see what we do here to perp to gold zone. Gonna break or are we gonna bounce? S1 1800 pips away. We still need to break this low. Let's see if we'll continue. Come on. Little rejection off of perp 500 level. Let's see if it'll make its mind up now. Big wick to the bottom. Still got some pressure to the downside. I like that. Not super confident yet, but I like that. wick to the bottom. So that's a doji. Doji means I don't know. I'm gonna assume in the next candle or two, this will probably tell us where it really wants to go. Oh shit, I thought I heard a baby crying. It's my fucking phone. So price respecting gold zone. Okay, okay, I see that. Getting a little, what time is it? 7:20? I like it, I like it, I like it. Okay, well that was bearish, and now it's another doji. My top step just glitched out. Nope, mine is fine. It's that Spanish Wi-Fi. Did it just like turn off, or did it exit you out or something? Shit, I'm hungry. Oh. No. Unless I didn't notice mine do that. Solid volume here coming off of gold zone. Is this it? Is this it? All we wanted to do was go up to the 500 and say nope, and then the price is dropping. Yeah, buddy. Rolling like a big shot. Chevy tuned up like a NASCAR pit stop. Come on, baby. Let's get it. Let's get a drop. Oh my God, yes. Oh my God, yes. Come on. Halfway through to S1 in one candle. What type of food did you bring home?
I bought the...
Anything for me to eat?
Yeah.
Wonderful news.
Oh. Oh. Yeah, yeah.
So we got price getting towards previous day gold zone P. Let's see if we continue this push down. Pretty big volume. Third candle to go Liddy red. The other day I iced my ankle, and they always say you should put like, a thin layer of something so you don't like frostbite the skin. And of course I didn't listen. And the skin on the back of my heel is very sensitive right now. Probably burnt the shit out of it. Come on. You're not gonna push down one candle and then bounce back up. Come on. Give it some time. I'm looking for a man in finance. 6 foot, blonde hair, blue eyes. Yeah, 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 yeah. Majin Buu.
Say less. I got.
Right?
Look, man. Strong, super, green to purple, underneath the green, underneath the red. TP to the smack, down market, pre-market low. Come on, man. Textbook. Beautiful trade. I just took this trade. I'm gonna post it here in a second. You guys can check it out, man. Make sure you tap in, man. Follow these rules, and I promise you, you'll see a bag. I promise. Beautiful. 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 Beautiful.
There you go. There you go. Come on, you little bitch.
Let's lock it in. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go ahead. Hey, did y'all know?
Let's go. Get to the next level. I'm gonna be patient. Sometimes we have to remind ourselves, like it's a hard thing for me to do too sometimes, but it's, think about how long we wait for the entry, and then think about how fast we feel like we want to exit the entry. Like that's always something you'll probably have to work on for the rest of your life, because every time you're in a winning entry, the first instinct is to like, move stop loss into profit, take profit and shit. But sometimes you just gotta let the bitch play out. Pyramid dial. Oh, that's pretty. I always wanted a day date, a presidential, but I don't think I want to buy any more Rolexes. Sky Dweller. Oh, that's nice. So we got some rejection here. Why would we be rejecting here is the question. I guess we are getting to previous day. Oh, we did. We hit previous day P gold zone. And we're getting a little support off of it. I might have to move my stop loss into profit here. So I'm gonna move my stop loss 250 in profit. I'm floating in profit 300 right now. Alright, my stop loss is 252 in profit. Either they'll tap me out 252 or I'll hold for however long I can. Stop loss is in profit 252, floating at about 292, 300. Might tap me out here. Price looks like it's supporting back up. We'll see. It did just tap me. Is Bankan? Let's see if we tap me just to go right back down. Well, I took 252 from that. I don't know if we're gonna be heading down or what we're doing here. Ooh, bankan kua. Thick ass noodles. So now we got price kind of floating here. So the little support from previous day P gold zone makes a lot of sense though. So that's why I moved stop loss into profit. $6.55. No, I took 710. So I didn't take anything. I took 630 and then I jumped out like $7 in profit, $3.25. And then after that I really just waited. So I jumped in at 710 off of the 500. Yep. Hey, as long as you survive the day, it's a good day. Because the days like this, sometimes we won't, like there are just days where we just get by, and that is success. So make sure you guys know that, like, if you just get by, even if you lose $100, $200, something like that, that is not substantial, that is a positive day. Because we're not always going to win, right? But just make sure, your win ratios are up, I don't really worry even on the days when I lose because I win so much. So, always remember, one day doesn't kill your week, 1 week doesn't kill your month, and 1 month doesn't kill your year. At least it shouldn't. If you're trading that bad, we need to have a talk. So, but if you're following the juice, and the candles are there, which is why, a lot of people ask why I teach the way I do, where, you guys are forced to take the entries. That's just it. Like, it forces you guys to find the entrances, right? Because really today, and I understand why you're pointing out 645, bro, because it's a strong bearish. Other than 630, possibly 655, because it is a full-on bearish candle, but it doesn't break the low, so that's why I didn't enter. And then the sell-off at 710. So there was really only 3 entries to consider, right? I don't take buys unless we break above perp. And that's it. So 630, 655, 710, that's really it. I entered in 630 and then I entered in 710. That's it. And I pointed it out too. At 715, you guys heard me say, oh, it's the doji. The next candle will probably be the decider, right? Start to recognize those things. I don't say these things for no reason. I say it because they're hints, they're clues, right? Every time I see a doji, I'm always pretty excited to see what the next candle is, So when I'm in here at 710 and I see the doji, I don't panic, right? I don't panic for one because price the doji is underneath the perp, underneath the gold zone. I'm telling myself after this doji happens, if price does break above the gold zone, yeah, I might be worried. I might exit in a small profit or a small loss or whatever it is. But that's it, you know. Stay calm throughout the doji. Let 720 speak to us. It dropped hard, and I'm out. So really, that entry only took about 10 minutes. 10 minutes to make 250. I'm on 2 accounts, so that's 500. It's pretty all right. But this is, you know, the movement is, I don't want to say difficult, because it's not, you know, it's only difficult if you feel impatient. It's called ban. Oh my god, look at that. I'm fucking happy I'm out. Look at that shit. Look at that. What the fuck is that? So there is a downtrend, right? You guys see that? Bankan kua is what it's called. Kua is crab, and bankan is like this. It's kind of similar to like a udon noodle, but it's like in this crab paste sauce soup type of thing. It's fucking delicious. And once again, you might be inclined to ask me, why didn't I take it up? Price is not, and yes, like yes, we're oversold. I'm expecting price to bounce up, but I'm not entering it for a buy because, well, we're still underneath the perp, right? I still won't believe in the buy until we break above the perp. The one thing I hate about being here is like they like to eat breakfast really fucking early. Really early. Like 6 o'clock. That's too fucking early for me. And then they like to eat really fucking late. You know, like it's 9:38. I usually stop eating at 8 p.m. But here I am because this is normal Vietnamese life. That's massive. I might jump in for one lot size and see where it goes. We got a minute left. For real. Alright, Joe. Hope you took some good knowledge from this day. Every day I hope you guys are getting 1% better. Definitely message me if you have any questions in the meantime. But enjoy your day. Don't work too hard. Scotland. Joe is in Scotland. I always think that's crazy. I need to get out there, man. I need to get out to that part of the world again. I'm bored out here in Asia. Although, I don't know, I gotta go to Singapore next week. I do like Singapore. Singapore's got fun shit. It's expensive though. I mainly want to go just to eat all the food though. They got all those hawker stands, all the street food. So cheap. Got some nice volume here. You're gonna break through the 500? Come on. This is the kicker right here. The kicker is the 500. Oh my god. This is delicious. It did. But we're back, we're above perp now. So that's the thing that changes it a little bit more, is that price is fully above perp. So now we have to see, yeah, do we break through the 500 or do we respect the 500, break back under the perp and head down? But this is the first time that, yes, we're testing the downtrend, we're testing the 500, but we're fully above perp. Second candle to go litty green. No, backwards facing. It has to face the other direction. It has to have a lower low. It has to have a low and then a higher low. I mean, is it a W? Yes. Is it a backwards W? Yeah. The stronger W's are the W's tilting up. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm burping. Mm. 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 Ed hungry. Ed eat noodle. Ed satisfied. Ed make money now. Pretty strong. 30 seconds left. Come on, get your big ass up there. Get your big ass up there. Fighting the 500.
Good morning, everyone.
You gotta feel me. Alright, Irfan, I don't blame you. It is pretty slow. If you end the day, small loss. If you end the day, break even, small profit, it's a good day. Later, Irfan. Have a nice day. Let's get this volume, baby. Nice. As long as you ended, like I say, small loss, break even, small profit. On a day like this, all of that is acceptable, so good on you, bro. We're looking like we want to break the 5. Come on! If we can break up from here, there's probably about 1,300, 1,400 pips to the top. The version of you that you're becoming is worth every difficult day. The same lesson will appear in different forms until you learn to respond differently. Oh, that's deep. That's deep. Some people won't understand your words, while some won't even need words to understand you. Oh, that's a good one. Your reaction to any situation has the power to change the situation itself. I believe that. The version of you that is scared to start is the same one that will thank you for trying. You can't wish for both a strong character and an easy life. The price of each is each other. So we got above the 500, but we're wicking. It's 950. I'm probably gonna stay on. Well, it's 750 for you guys. I'm probably gonna stay on till like maybe 8:15ish. I want to see if the 8 o'clock, 8:15 gives us that extra push. So sometimes when there's low volume, there's usually volume that pops in at 6:30, volume that pops in at 8:10, 8:15, and then 10 o'clock, 10:15. So if it's been kind of slow, I just want to see if that 8 o'clock time gives us that extra volume. We're already looking pretty nice to the top side here. Stop searching for a perfect moment to begin. The moment you start is the perfect one. Either increase sacrifice or reduce desire. Oh, that's a real world one. Either increase sacrifice or reduce desire. AKA, don't be a bitch if you ain't willing to do the work. Are you lady boy?
Justin here. This is day 2 of
Are you lady or are you lady boy?
Okay, this is top tier tattoo idea. Not like so many bad tattoos. This is one of them. Ooh, like worth it. Okay. A jiu-jitsu beginner has.
Rolex finally dropped a brand new model after over a decade, and we have one of the very first examples on the secondary market. Jason with Wrist Aficionado here, and today we're looking at the Rolex Landweller 36 in rose gold, one of the most controversial.
It's simply just determination. It's simply just determination. It's simply just a matter of doing it over and over. It's simply just determination.
Very good.
Really?
I think so. At what point would you add more contracts once it hits perp? So for me, I entered into one contract at 735, and then I jammed more contracts at 740. So in this, every situation is going to be different, right? Every situation you just have to consider what is the next. Like if you were to get into another, if you weren't in an entry and you were to get into another entry, like looking for an entry, where would that be, right? So if you didn't enter in at 735, the next point that I would probably want to enter is when we either break above perp solid or when we break above the 500. In this situation here, 735 was my initial entry, and as we broke above and stayed above, I added more contracts at 740, the very next candle. And to give you more context with that, so if I'm looking at 710, right, I took the sell off at 710. I took one contract at 710, and then I added contracts on the doji. That's a little bit more risky because it's a doji, but I also believe in the gold zones. So a little bit more risky, but that's what I look for. Is I always just look for. I think to myself, if I wasn't already in an entry, where would I be looking to enter in? You know, and in this situation, if you were in at 735 like I was, you know, you would really be looking at it and saying, okay, a solid candle above perp, and even possibly another solid candle above the 500. Every entry is going to be different because every entry we might have something else. So, and especially for, you know, like having the lows, you know, like today when price was supporting off of the low of the day, that's another one of my kickers as to like, I'll add more contracts if we can break through the low. Unfortunately, we went oversold when 720 dropped, so I didn't want to enter into more contracts at that point. I just was like, okay, I'll stick with the contracts I have up over here, and I'll just see where price wants to go. So let me know if that makes sense. So every single entry is a little bit different. All you're doing is you're looking for those areas where if it breaks that, you're like, okay, yeah, we're going to continue. You're welcome. And it helps because, so, you know, if you're in like 655, like Ruben pointed out 655, even if you were in this trade at 655 for some reason for one contract, you would be very safe. Like, yes, you would have been tapped out in a loss, but you would have only lost like 40 bucks, 50 bucks maybe. And that's the whole point, right? Like, I'm glad you're asking about this because I know you're trying to utilize the one lot size thing and then adding to it. So I like that. I like that. And this it'll keep you safe, you know, especially when we're not sure. Like when we enter in here, yes, price pushes through the gold zone, but we don't know if it's going to break through the low of the day. You know, one contract here as I enter in at 630, I'll add more if we break through the low of the day. Unfortunately, we didn't, and I just took like $3.25. So, but yeah, always look for the next criteria that you would use to enter. So we got price breaking up pretty nicely. I'm already about $300 in profit here. I may start moving my stop loss into profit to 250 just so I can end the day 500, and that would make it $1,000 for the day, even if I get tapped out. We are going pretty overbought, but we gotta make a move. So in profit here, we're at 258. I'm still gonna move my stop loss into profit 250. Oh, it just came back down. Where are we right now? So I'm gonna go a solid 202 in profit, just because we're wicking right here. So stop loss 202 in profit, floating about 242. Let's see if we can get this continuation up, or if we'll be tapped out. So I'm trading off of two accounts. So first entry was for 250, that's 500. If I get tapped out here 200, that'll be 400. I'll end the day 900 or more. We'll see. Good. Good. I mean, you didn't have to get into the buy up here. You know, the buy up. Anytime you make money, you don't have to get into another entry. That's plain and simple. I see the downtrend, and I gotta take it when it breaks it. Like, that's a pretty entry right there. So I just got tapped out 200, so I'm ending the day 900. But one single account is, what is it? 250, and then this was 2, so 250, 450. So 450 for each account. I'll take it. 450 for each account. 900 altogether. Copy trading is where it's at, man. You guys just gotta get yourself another account, and then that bitch just adds up. We just been ranging today, so oh well, some days it's like that. I'm glad you guys were all able to take a little piece of this. And remember, not every day is going to be a home run, so do not trip if you guys ever get into entries and it's not a complete home run. I mean, and a win is a win, so it's all about being realistic, I mean, even on days that's not a complete home run or like a complete run, that's still a very good day. Like any day that I can take $1 from these charts is a good day, you know. So I guess I try to just feel grateful with whatever the fuck I got. I'm just trying to airdrop the recorded videos of my entries, but I think I don't have any space on my phone. What the hell? What the hell, big boy? I don't have any room on my phone. I do have room. Oh, there we go. It just took a while. So yeah, one entry. Later, Yuzo. One entry took 18 minutes, and one entry took 20 minutes. Beautiful. No complaints. Alrighty, guys. I'm pretty good for me. Yeah, solid. I mean, it's... I just listen to the candles, you know? There's nothing I do different than what I teach you guys. So, once again, the only unfortunate part about becoming consistent is figuring out your own personality with trading, right? Like, it's all about how you respond to what you guys are seeing. But it can happen fairly quickly, and for the majority of you, you know, you guys picked up on this fairly quickly. So and here's the thing, if you're trading for even less than a year, and you've at the point to where you guys are leaps and bounds beyond the average trader, because you guys are following a strategy like mine. Like, believe it or not. And that's the crazy part when I think about this, right? Every single day that I come on the charts and I make some money, I still can't believe that I'm a 1%er. Like, I am a 1%er because of trading. And the fact that more people don't do this shit, it's crazy. What is a good time to start getting funded? When you don't question yourself. You're gonna get to a point, and for everybody that has been on a funded account or has gotten a funded account, nobody has ever asked me when I think they're ready, because you will know you're ready. And people ask me, you know, like they ask me, Ed, how do I know when I'm ready? And I tell you guys, you'll tell me when you guys are ready. You know, hey, here's the thing, bro. Like I was telling you about being thrown into the deep end, considering trying a 50K funded account only cost $50 to attempt, I would say jump into the deep end as fast as you can, right? So it's a weird thing, because trading is true yin and yang shit, you know? Like, the slower you learn it, the faster you learn it. You know, it's weird. And the faster you get thrown into the deep end, the faster you actually learn. If you have a good strategy. If you have a bullshit strategy, being thrown into the deep end is like me throwing you into the deep end and I didn't teach you how to swim. You have learned how to swim. Now I would say I feel comfortable with throwing you into the deep end. The only thing I want you to realize is control your emotions when you're on it. And I don't mean, like, I don't care if you lose. Like, I don't care if you jump on a funded account and you lose. Like, yes, it sucks. You're out $50. You got to use $50 again to try. But what I mean is, have some realistic expectations that you could possibly fail, and that failing is a part of it. Because the one thing I've seen in the past with people who jump onto funded accounts quickly is they start to take it out on themselves, or they start to take it out on the strategy. I don't want to say me, because nobody takes shit out on me, but like you might start doubting it. So I want you to be strong. Like everybody that trades with the juice, I think you guys are all mentally strong enough to try a funded account, and even if you fail, I don't think you'll be affected negatively. But I have to let you guys know that is something that could possibly happen, so that you can manage your expectations going into it. That's always going to be my most important thing. Like, I'm the most transparent person when it comes to trading, because I know that it's the most important thing is for you to understand everything that you could possibly do to shoot yourself in the foot when it comes to trading, because it sucks. And it sucks when I see people that do that and then they give up. So here's the kicker for you to try a funded account, because I'm never going to tell you to try it. You need to tell me that you're ready. I will tell you that if you can take, like I was telling you, if you can take a 50K demo account and you can get that to 53,000, I would say you're ready to try a funded account, because that's it. The funded account, you start off at 50K. You can't lose more than 2K in any one day, and your goal is 3 grand in 30 days. So if you can get a demo account to 53,000 from 50K like we started at the beginning, I'd say you're ready to try. After that, it's managing your emotions. So yeah, you'll let me know. And even if you don't, here's the thing, bro. Maybe don't even tell me. Don't tell us, and maybe you just try. Doing it that way will have, you'll have no feelings about, oh, I told Ed I was going to start a funded account and then I failed it. Like if you don't want to have that feeling, don't even tell me. Just do it. Because but just know, like, I don't care. Because I know that the failing part is necessary for this shit. But I'm just telling you different strategies that you can take to try a funded account and still feel okay even if you fail. Because I have, at the beginning, I failed many funded accounts. So, a lot. But just remember, I'm never going to judge. This whole thing is a learning process. I know a lot of my juice members have failed funded accounts. It's a fact. So it's not like somebody's going to say, no, I never failed. I'd be like, fuck you. No fucking way. No way. But, hey, I mean, if there's somebody that did and got it, hey, let me know. But for the majority, you end up failing one, If you're one of the one-offs that doesn't fail, hey, good for you. Let's do this. The faster you can make money, then. What, Nathan? Hurry up. I see you typing. See, Nathan failed. And it's okay. But here's the reason why, like, I would love for you guys to get to the point where you guys try a funded account as fast as possible, because there is a different set of emotions that you have to deal with when you are it's good too, and it's good because you can only fail so much until you start getting it, But when it comes to the funded account, so like when you guys are learning this strategy from the beginning, on the demo account, I tell you guys to learn it that way, because how long can it take to pass the funded account? What do you mean by that? Like you get 30 days to make you get 30 days to make 3K, but you can pass it in as soon as 2 days. And my juice members have seen me pass it in 2 days. I made 1,500 one day, and I made 1,500 the next. So you can get a funded account in as little as 2 days or 30 days. But I've done it. I've done it in 2 days, guys. Don't compare yourself to that, but just know that the opportunity to pass a funded account in 2 days is possible. I've done it. So, no. you will go. They'll give you the express funded account, and you start at 0, and then everything after that, you keep like the first. I think like the first 5 grand or the first 10 grand, you keep 100% of it, and then after that, it's like a 90-10 split. So at this point, when I'm taking out profits, I'm at a 90-10 split right now. But the first like 5 or 10 grand, I forgot. You gotta go look it up. The first 5 or 10 grand is 100% yours. But yeah, you pass the they call it the combine. When you pass the combine, when you get to 53,000, they give you the express funded account. The express funded account starts off at 0, and then you just continue to make money. But that's the thing, is like once you get to the express funded account, it's very wise of you to just stay at a small lot size and just build up the accounts, you know. That's why I started doing this 5K account, so that I can show you guys that you guys can realistically make money like doing this. Like every week so far, I've withdrawn 2 grand. You know, the first week was 2,400. This past week was 2 grand, and I just keep doing that. I build the account, this small account. I build it up to 5 grand. I withdraw 2 the next week. I build it up to 5 grand. I withdraw 2 the next week. Right? And 2 grand every week means 8 grand every month, and that's pretty livable. After the first account is up and running, when's a good time to make it? Whenever you want, bro. Like whenever you feel confident. Like if you can pass the first one, I mean, do a second one. Here's the thing. When you are on the express funded account, you can start another combine and you can copy trade. So like at this point, you know, all of my accounts are copy trading now. So when I'm on the express funded account, I had another combine going, copying my trades from my express funded account. After you pass the combine on the daily loss, it is still 2,000, correct? So, and every day you just, I mean, and think about it, you don't want to lose 2 grand. You don't even want to lose 1,000 grand. 1,000 grand. What the fuck is 1,000 grand? Oh no! Oh no, I'm a fucking idiot. 1,000 grand. Somebody clip that. But yeah, it's always 2 grand, and you don't want to. Well, when you get the express funded account, you just cannot lose. You cannot. The account cannot go back down to 0. But when you're on the combine, the daily loss limit is 2 grand. And I mean, you still want to keep that in your head, you know, like even when I'm trading, like think about it, right? What I tell you guys to do with your entries now is to not risk more than $500 in any one trade, right? And if you get 2 entries wrong back to back, you should be done. Because what does that mean, right? If we do the math, it means if you lose the first entry at $500, you still have money. You have $1,500 to get into your next entry and risk $500. And you know, at that point, you'll usually make up your loss on the first entry and you'll make a profit. You know, but on the days, let's say you do get both of the entries wrong, you still have $1,000 left that you will not hit your daily loss limit, and you'll just move on to the next day. And then the next day you have another 2 grand. But the whole point is, I don't really want you guys to lose more than more than $1,000 at most. Which is why when you guys see my entries every day, I'm always risking about 500. You know, 500 going for a minimum of 500 plus. You know, the days when I make $1,000, that means I got double what I risked. So, and remember, the Juice Strat was made for funded accounts. So always keep that in mind when you guys are entering into your trades. If you're on a funded account, make it make sense. Like, don't just enter in randomly and then you're risking like $700. Like, does it make sense? You know, like all of this, I tell you guys from the very beginning, it has to be data driven. It has to be driven by data so that you can repeat this process every day, right? For those of you guys who have known me for, you know, as long as you guys have known me, my process has remained the same. You know, it's also the reason why I can teach it. Like I can teach it to another person, a new person, because what I do with you guys today is the same thing I will do tomorrow. So at any point, somebody new can come in and start learning. Whereas for you guys, like yes, for Steven, maybe this is a weekend. For some of you guys, this is months. It doesn't matter. Like every day is almost like back to ground zero because every day is the same thing. Like we're just doing the same shit every day, you know. It's a weird juxtaposition type of shit. But yeah, you will know when you're ready for the funded account. When you pass the first one, you will know when you're going to be ready for the second one. You know, like I have three. I have three express funded accounts. So with how I feel with my trading, it only makes sense. If I could have more than three, I'd have more than three, but unfortunately you only get to have three. So, but I'm cool with that. I'm not greedy. I make enough money, and yeah, that's about it. So just stay realistic about it all. Don't lose more than $2,000 in a day. Stick every entry. Only risk 500, right? And that's why also, like with Emmy, what Emmy was asking about adding contracts, it's important for you guys to really, you know, get into one lot size, and if it continues in the right direction, then add to it. Don't just blow all your fucking money at the first entry, because like today, you know, price can range. So if you're risking the full 500 on every single entry, well, you're pretty fucking screwed. So all of that is you need to take into consideration, Steven. It sounds like a lot, but it's really not, you know. And that's why I'm glad you feel this way, that you're ready, because that means you're comprehending everything pretty quickly. So I say jump. Jump into the fucking deep end, you know, but don't say I didn't warn you. I've set you up with the skills. Now, yeah, I know. You got that military background, so I know. But hey, do it knowing you'll dust yourself off even if you fail, and you will continue, you know. Because whatever it is, whatever has you failing on the funded account, because you got to remember, and I'll make this short and sweet. When you have skin in the game, when you have money involved, even though it's $50, you start feeling some type of way. You know, like your ass cheeks start to squeeze a little harder every time you push the buy and the sell button, because now you're in this shit legit. You know, you're squeezing your ass. You're like, ah, fuck yeah, this is real. So you got to go through that set of emotions, and then get good at it. You know, like when you guys are trading on the demo account, there's almost nothing that you guys have to worry about. And that's the point, is you have to learn the strategy with very little anxiety and stress. When you get it, now you move on to the funded account. And honestly, the reason why I like you guys to take it slowly is because once you get the express funded account, you're set. Like that's it. Like the whole learning curve until you get profitable and start making money is right there. You know, like if you drew it on a piece of paper, you would see demo account, you would see trading combine, and then you would see making money. It's short and sweet. Like there's no other strategy that's being taught that is that streamlined, you know. And that's why I believe in this shit so much, is because everybody, like, I don't know if you guys have taken a step back and really looked at this, but what you guys need to do to get to the point where you're making money is not that far away. Even from the first day that you guys start learning the juice, you're actually not that far away from being profitable. You're really not, you know. And I tell myself these things, and I tell you guys these things because you guys have to truly believe it, you know. The crazy thing about reality is just perception, right? Like I say, value is just perception. Like your brain cannot decipher something that has actually happened in real life and something that you believe and tell yourself has happened. And that's very powerful. And I learned that like years ago with one of my mentors that taught me this long-term investing, because that's the one thing he told me. He was like, Ed, I know you come from a working class poor family, and I know, like, believing that you can make money like this sounds like rocket science, right? It sounds like unbelievable, but that's just the point, is the brain cannot decipher things that have actually happened in real life and things that you tell yourself have actually happened. You know, like, it's kind of like the delusion part, but you can use delusion for positive reinforcement. So when it comes to this shit, like I'm telling you, literally tell yourselves, you guys are not that far away. Like any other career and any other job, you're about 20 years out from retiring, you know, or even just quitting that job. With trading, you're maybe a year or two out, you know, and that is crazy to think, that if you can just lock in, you know, believe it until you achieve it type of shit. Tell yourself you can do this. Tell yourself you're not that far away, because you're really not. And I'm not just saying to tell yourselves because it's like I want you guys to create this facade. Like, I'm actually telling you guys this so that you can believe it, because it is actually very achievable, right? Like what the fuck is his name? Because he doesn't come on live anymore. Isaiah, what is his name? The one, Twan's little brother's, the other, like, Mexican white boy. He passed the funded account in like 2 weeks. What was his name? He doesn't come on anymore because he just trades by himself. I forgot his fucking name. Yeah, I don't remember either. But, like, you know, him, he met with me early on, and I kind of had like a deep conversation like this to him about trading, and he took it and he ran, and he just believed in everything. So there is a sense of vulnerability that you have to allow yourself to get into, you know, and it's kind of like drinking the juice, you know. A lot of my other no, Bao is Twan's brother. There is a sense of like cult feeling when you just believe this stuff, you know, kind of like religion and shit. But it really is, because like I talk very passionately about this because it is what I do, and I make a living doing this, and I know that it truly works. And I do, you know, some of my friends, when I talk to them, they're like, Ed, you sound like you're a cult leader. I'm like, yeah, I do. You know, you sound like a pastor who's like, you know, preaching his fucking religion. And that's just it, as I am. Like, and the people who truly rally behind me and believe in it gets their bills paid, you know? Other than religion rewarding you with faith, I guess you could say my religion of the juice is rewarding you with money, you know? And there's nothing wrong with that. The only thing is it's not normal relative to society terms, right? Like, society looks at what I do and they're like, nah, you're just scamming. Nah, this doesn't work. It's like, well, it's all right, because once again, my life is better than the majority of people that I know. My life is substantially better than like 90% of people, you know? And that makes me realize, well, I will never be able to argue my case with 90% of the people who don't believe in what I do. So what do? I don't give a fuck. And once again, when I look at the data of my life and what I do here, and it shows that my life is better than 90% of the people in the world, I would be dumb to let other people's words affect what I do. You know, I don't need them to believe in what I do. If they want to, like yourselves, you know, be a little bit vulnerable and try this out, the one thing I will tell you guys to do is try to just fully let it consume you to the point that it makes you guys feel uncomfortable, and watch how it rewards you, you know, because it will. Like, the tangible rewards is what kept me going, you know. And there was times when I, you know, during the 4 years that I failed, you know, before I figured out this whole strategy, trust me, I went through ups and downs of like, is this real? can I really do this? At what point will I actually make money? Like, it was substantially worse than what you guys are going through. At least you guys have me, and you guys have proof that this works. When I did this, I had zero proof that it worked. You know, I believed that the banks were doing it, but I didn't understand how they were doing it. People who were doing it, just it wasn't believable, you know. So I had to do that, you know. And I guess the whole saying of being crazy enough to change the world, right? Because it takes people like me to change perspective, right? And if I'm changing perspective, that means I'm changing realities, and that's fucking powerful. So yeah, whatever you guys need to do to reinforce that you guys can do this, I mean, do it, you know. For the people that know me the longest, like probably Nathan, Daniel, Isaiah, you know, these people, you guys have known me for years, and you guys know that my lifestyle tells you I'm not bullshitting. You know, I could show you guys my fucking credit card bills right now, and you can guarantee I'm not bullshitting, because that's what I always tell people. I'm like, when people ask me, you know, how much money do you make? I was like, don't worry about how much money I make. I'll show you my credit card bill, and you can decide how much money I make from how much I spend. That's more of the flex, in my opinion. But you guys can do it, guys. Like, don't quit. That's all I'm gonna say. And even if you do quit, at some point you're gonna realize you probably shouldn't have quit, and you're gonna come back and you're gonna try to figure it out. So yeah. And for a lot of you, like, you know, Steven, you're younger than me. Isaiah, you're younger. Christina, you're younger. Emmy's younger. Joe's younger. Nathan, you're old man. Daniel, you're alive and kicking like me. You guys are all at ages that I wish I had somebody like me who had a strategy like me that could teach me it, you know. Because for the majority of you, even if you guys are going to, yeah, I know, that's why I said you're an old man. For the majority of you, you know, even if you give yourself a year or two to figure this out, and that's long. Like, I think you guys, the average person who learns the juice from me figures it out under a year. But even if it takes you a year or two, it's still the best fucking career decision you can ever make. You know, and the one thing about money and finances is, well, that's really all you need. Like, that's why when people, you know, and don't get me wrong, I've had businesses, I still have this steel factory and things. I understand perspective in the world, but if I stopped working everything, the steel factory, I have a couple other little businesses, if I completely stopped those, I could still live a very comfortable life trading like I do. You know, it's just the money that I've made through trading, I've put it to good use. So, but realistically, once again, even with like what we're doing here, or what I'm doing, you know, withdrawing $2,000 every month, I can live comfortably on $8,000, even in America. $8,000 a month, I can live comfortably. You know, like, yes, you're not gonna, you know, after taxes and shit, you're not gonna be fucking driving sports cars and shit. I mean, you could, depending on your priorities in life, but you know, in my opinion, $8,000 is kind of cutting it close. Because you also, I mean, I'm always thinking about the future. So, but I'm not going to tell you guys how to live your lives. All I'm here to do is to show you guys that you guys can make short-term money really fast. What you guys decide to do after that is all on you guys, right? You guys get to experience me and how I live my life. Just know that you guys can do that. And yeah, it's very possible. Yeah. I don't wake up every day, Monday through Friday, to bullshit these charts, man. I come on this shit to make money and get the fuck out. So, alrighty, guys. You guys can do it, though. I'm jumping deep in, Steven. You gotta feel what the water's like out there. And it might, you know, it's one of those things where if you try it and you realize it's difficult, then good. You've learned quickly. Jump back on the demo and continue your learning. You know, there's nothing bad that can come of any of you guys trying the funded account. Even with failure, there's still lessons learned, and then you're just back on the demo account and you move forward. So there's no stepping back. That's the nice thing, right? And it's all about perception on how you guys, accept the failure, because how I'm telling you, like, if you fail to fund it, it's really a step forward because you've tried and now you're learning, now you're experiencing new things, and you're moving forward. So none of it's failure, guys. None of it is failure. Look at that, price supported off of the perp and the 500, and looks like it's heading back up towards the next level. Nice. So it's just stair stepping up right now, and now where there was this downtrend, I can draw this uptrend line. So prices, look at that, it's probably gonna hit our next level and head up to the gold zone. So this was a good entry. Only shitty thing is that it rejected and came back a little bit on perp and then supported perp. And even look at that, right? Like, there's only one candle that supports off of perp on this rejection down. It was just 810. 810, and then after that, candles just started moving upwards. So only one candle tapped the perp and the 500 and then continued up. So that's good movement. And that's why, looking at the movement now, since our entry here at 735, the whole movement has been pretty steady upwards. And this is what I mean is, like, some days we're going to get the range at the beginning, and then we're going to get the nice easy pushes towards the second half. Sometimes we get the fast push during the beginning, and then we get a ranging second half, right? Like yesterday, nice push down, nice push up. After that, we ranged for the rest of the day. So we cannot forecast that. That's the only thing, is we cannot forecast, when it's going to be ranging and when it's going to be pushing nice. All we know is that, is this your Klux meeting? Is this your White Hood meeting? All right. Tell the brothers I said hi. Did you let them know that you're on China's side? I don't think they know. I'm gonna tell them. You're gonna lose your membership. Well, do they love China here? I don't know. I think they love China more than they love America, so I guess you got me there. All right. Klux 2026. Klux 2026. Alrighty, guys. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. Anybody have any questions? I'll give you guys a couple minutes. If you guys have any other questions, Emmy Yaguchi. All right, Isaiah Yaguchi. Nathan already left to his Ku Klux Klan meeting. Normal Spanish white boy shit. All right, Daniel. Thank you. All right, everybody. Enjoy your guys' day. Then I will see you guys tomorrow, bright and early. Enjoy your day. I'm gonna head to sleep. Laters, everybody. Good shit today. Peace. Later, Joe.